You know the weird thing about this is, I actually remember where this clay mud came from, and it was back, what, maybe 11 years ago. We pulled a couple out of a piste in Morocco where they were stuck in their car. They'd been down there a few days with no hope of getting out. I'll see if I can run a clip. So we've just got pulled over by a nice French couple at the side of the road. They've been stranded for 3 days down a piste in like a converted ambulance. No one can get them out, but luckily we came along. They've been stuck down here, like I said, for quite a while, so we'll just see if we can get them out. Nice place though. But yeah, I don't know what they were thinking trying to come down this piste. It's a new one apparently. It's just very muddy.
Je fais comment? Hein? J'ai rien à faire. Mais ça filme à combien? Ok. Woohoo!
Yeah, that was probably the worst, horrible mud we'd ever come across. And even when Russell was doing the bodywork, he was pulling loads of it out of the sills. I think that probably didn't help much and contributed to the rotting of the van in the end. I'm going to take the gauge off just so I don't get paint on it when I paint over it. Now these can be quite confusing because when you pull these off, there's no way of it connecting to that. It's like, well, how the hell does that work? And actually this works on a magnet, so there's a magnet inside the tank and a magnet in there, and that's what works the gauge. If you just get that in focus. Yeah. Gonna give some of these bad bits a go over with the rust killer. I know this stuff's kind of alright-ish. It's not a permanent solution for rust by any means, especially not if you're not doing like van body work. If you see this going on of body work before they paint it, run a bloody mile. But I mean, it's better than a kick in the dick, isn't it? We make these LPG underslung gas tanks for the Westfalia vans. This is going to be going on, and it protects the gas tank, stops all the crap from going in, and also it's a bit of an early warning system for when you do grind on rocks. You'll hear it against the bash plate and it'll protect it before you do any damage to the tank. These are epic. We got them in stock, you can buy them. Well, I'm going to leave that tank now to dry overnight. Kind of looking at some other little bits I can do, just some fun stuff. What I've been looking at is obviously roof rack, can get a bit obsessed with all the accessories that front runners sell, and you want to get it right. And being one of the dealers for front runner here in the UK, we probably order more stuff than anyone else, I guess. We sell quite a lot of it. Every time I go and make our sort of weekly pallet orders with them, anything new, I like to order it and have a look because it's so cool. I've just picked up some of these new handles that they do for the side of the racks. They've got an integrated light, a little rock light. And the idea of these is I'm going to put one on the back, so it's going to light up so I can grab the handle and get up on the back to pull the table out and know where a safe place is to grab that in the dark. And also I'm going to put a couple on the side here, both sides as well. And the integrated lights in theory should mean if we're at a camp spot and we pull up somewhere and we're sort of levelling off or whatever, or just checking out a camp spot in the dark, it will just light up that area around camp just while we decide what we're going to do or where we're going to stay there. I mean, these things are cool as hell, ultimately, that's why, but just practically there are some uses. Just, you know, if it stops you falling off there one time, then it's worth it, isn't it? So that's what I'm going to do now, and get those 3 on, I think, tonight. And then just so I know when I do run the cables for the solar and stuff, I know that the scan strut entry glands that we use, I use the correct one, and then I can work on the switches later on inside. Well, here are the handles. They go on the side of the rack, they're pretty cool. And like I said, underneath there's a little cut out there, and then the rock light goes in there. I think it should fit inside there. I'm going to read the instructions, but yeah, these are pretty cool. Looking forward to getting those on. We really love these scan strut glands, entry glands. They're a marine grade gland and they just look so professional when fitted. We use these a lot of different fit outs and applications. now the outside's kind of finished, just needs a solar wiring in, or the gland fitting on the roof for the entry cable, debris, the lights and that sort of stuff. Kind of minor, very minor stuff. But I'm gonna start on the outside, inside now. I'm gonna start off by painting all the new panels on the inside. Give the floor a coat of white, and then get it all kind of wax oiled and stuff inside to stop any future rust. And I'm gonna be putting the old interior back. It's going to need a bit of repair in a lot of places, and we've got some exciting excuse me, stuff going on in there, but you'll have to see what that's all about as it's arriving. Considering a hot water system as well, that's almost definitely, but we'll see. Going to do it like the truck, but smaller scale, like our big truck, the Manigan. Got to learn quite a lot actually doing that. But yeah, crack on now. It's kind of Friday night, it's only time again, get to work on this thing. Having, you know, we run a busy business that we get orders from people. We're not just sat around all day making content and posting selfies. We actually achieve things here, so, and make this awesome stuff happen with all thanks to you guys really for choosing us for your van stuff and your adventure gear. As it's Friday night, might as well get in the mood. Well, I'm going to make a start brush painting and rollering the inside because a lot of this isn't going to be seen. The green van, our parts van outside, it's got a floor in it, a Westfalia floor with the seat rails that I wouldn't mind repurposing if I can get it out. It looks like it's going to be a pain. So I'm going to just use metal hammerite paint for the inside because it's never going to be seen, and with a brush it'll ensure I can get a nice thick coat on there, so it'll stop any rust coming, you know, from the inside outwards, what usually happens with these vans, and it'll just give a nice nice sort of base to start the install of the interior. I haven't spoke about the engine yet actually. When the bodywork was done, a brand new engine went in as well. But a bit more about that later on. Right, that's all the painting done, or the first coat inside. It's turned out pretty well. Nice and clean in there now. But I'm going to give it another coat of white. It's not covered amazingly, or it never does with one coat, does it? So I'm going to give it another one. I'll probably do that just before I leave today, so it's not going to hold me up. I've dug the units out of storage, or the ones that are going in first. They're not in the best of shape, these units. If you've watched any of our videos in the past in this van, and it was before it was done, you'll know that it's a very well used van. It's been on loads of trips. This cupboard here, it's kind of like, it's like wallpaper type stuff that these cabinets are clad on the non-visible parts. And that's kind of peeling off. I'm not sure if any of this is actually seen. That's peeling off. That bit there's peeling. I've got some vinyl over there. We make vehicle decals, so I might use that. This unit here, it's not as bad. I took out the thing for the wardrobe for hanging coats and stuff ages ago, and I put that shelf in there because that was a better use of room for us. So all this needs tidying up. It's got a few knocks and wax over the years. That area needs addressing. Just some of this needs sticking back. There's a bunch of sticky stuff there. I think someone put some carpet in there at one point. But yeah, we'll get stuck onto these for a bit. Make a start. First up, though, it's going to need a bloody good clean. Well, I've fixed up all this back panel. While the unit was out, I was actually going to stick the... it's always annoyed me on Westy wardrobes, though. This is a kind of hardboard colour. Why didn't they just clad it with some laminate when they were making the units? Because it's seen from the window outside. It won't be in our instance, so because I blocked it out using one of our Sherpa systems. So I'll probably leave that for now, but what I will do is the shelf that was in there, I've taken it out and I'm going to clad it with some of the Westfalia grey laminate that we sell on the web shop. It's a perfect match for your grey interior, and you can make little adjustments to it without it looking, you know, well, with it looking factory actually. So I'm going to do that next. Well, let's give you a little walkthrough of what's gone on so far. As you just saw then, all the inside's been painted, all the insides of the panels. The dynamat was stuck on just to get rid of that resonating vibration that you get in vehicles. And I've gone to town with the wax oil, so all down there by the jacking points on the inside and stuff has all been totally covered. In fact, I've probably gone a bit overboard with it, but you can't be too careful. There's no insulation going back in this, and I'll tell you why. Because that fiberglass insulation that came in a Westfalia is a culprit of helping it rot away. So usually when you've got a LPG, gas, propane, whatever, fridge, there's a vent there in that panel, and what happens is that condensates up, and then it holds the moisture in the fiberglass, and that's why that seam on the outside there on vans is always rotted out because of that. What you need is airflow, so if you stuff it full of fiberglass, it's not going to get airflow. You can buy some kind of woolen, apparently waterproof fiberglass style insulation. Doesn't hold moisture apparently, but that's bullshit because it does. The amount of van life videos I've watched, people insulating these or vans with that stuff and ply lining them, and it's like, oh, you know, well, I'll tell you now, one thing's for free. Take that ply off now and you'll see it's all full of black mould, that white stuff, and that mould feeds on moisture. So if there's moisture sat on the outside of the insulation, mould's going to feed on that, and that mould gives off spores, and that stuff makes you really ill. I won't be doing that because I don't want to be ill, and that's why I'm leaving this with no insulation at all. So behind the fascia panels for the interior, there's going to be a void there, and that'll allow airflow in there. So if there is any moisture in there through condensation, which let's face it, you're going to get some, it's going to eventually dry out, and there's going to be no mould to feed on anything. So that's a bit of a tip, I guess. I used to do damp proofing work in my former life, so I'm pretty clued up on all that sort of stuff. So yeah, let's crack on. Right, floors in, roughly. Got some grey vinyl coming. Should be here tomorrow, hopefully, so we're going to get all that stuck in. It's kind of holding things up slightly for now. But if you look here, this is where the hot water system's going to go. Just put it in roughly for now. Plumbing it up was really easy. I'll go into detail about all this works later. But it really didn't take very long. There's a flow and return, goes in there. The coolant heater from the engine, and then that heats up a coil in there, and then there's an in and out there, and a thermostatic valve, so it mixes it, so it comes out at shower temperature, and that should come out through the tap. So I need to put a level sender in there, extend the pipe work there, put that in there already. I'm going to take that out again, and when the floor's in, the bench seat can go and I can sort all that out. And then I've also got here Autotherm engine coolant heater, runs on the diesel, which I'm gonna try and take the auxiliary pump that isn't really used on the TDI off and tap into this here and then fit that there, so it means that when the van's been parked up for a couple of days and you need the water heating up, if it's cooled off, you can run the diesel heater and then that'll get the water hot again. Also good because it's an engine preheater, so it'll be good in Arctic conditions, but that's where I'm at the minute. I love these kits. We've got them on the web shop. They come with absolutely everything and more that you need to install the heater. There's the heater itself. These are all the bits for it, the exhaust and stuff. We got the same heater fitted in the Manigan. All serious expedition trucks have these fitted. They're much less problematic than the Webasto's. They just cause you problems mainly. Those are really expensive, the Webasto's. These are a fraction of the price and don't have the issues that the Webasto heaters have. So that's why we fit them, and that's why you find those in most of the expedition trucks out there, and anyone who actually takes adventure travel seriously will use these heaters.
Take a little holiday. Don't worry, we won't be that long.
nice and matches all the interior inside the van.
Switch on the old radio. Still got a few miles to go. We'll be breathing in the summer air, which apparently is better there. Where shall we go, dear? Same place every year. Gotta get away. Let's strip it out of day. So maybe your escape is drugs, or maybe it is alcohol. Mine is in a caravan. Don't get me wrong, I know it's bland. Where shall we go, dear? Same place every year. We gotta get away. Let's strip it out of day.
Well, that's it for this episode. Next time we're going to be tackling the front cab area. As you can see, the seats were a right state in this video, so we can show you how they've gone in. We're going to be changing the dash fan because that doesn't work, and all the electrics at the front need stripping out and redoing. So if you like this video, you know the drill. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell so you get those notifications. And tell your friends. No doubt quite a few of you are going to be interested in the products that we're fitting on this van. All the products that you can see featured are stock items that we make most of them, and they're on our website. I know a lot of you are going to be really into the new cargo control gear range, so that's all the stuff that you saw fitted to the panels. That's proving really popular at the moment. But yeah, just have a look in the description, and most of the stuff will be there that I'll put on a list for you. So yeah, check in next time as this epic project continues, and I hope you're enjoying the updates so far to get this rebirth of this iconic van all done and dusted and get it back on the road. Cheers.